live. We're live. All right. Got my coffee ready. May have to go grab another one here in just a minute. But, fuck it. Let's have some fun, boys. So, got the same basic lineup as last night. The only thing switched out is Rabbit is rotated out for Bradshaw because of requirement reasons or slot reasons. Gotta put Rabbit up there, but I kind of want to dick around with this. So, looking solid. We're using Ozzy instead of Xavier, so that's good to know. And then we're set. Let's just go fight. Fuck it. I don't need to explain anything else. Y'all were here last night. You saw what happened. There's nobody here now. I'm just talking to myself. Well, I better get ready to open up Arcane Rush, because I have a strong feeling this is going to be a timer waster. We shall see. I don't know why Ozzy did not show up as an option. Right. Just got my second one. Oh, nice. Very cool. Yeah. All right. 41 seconds to wait. You gotta be. We're not even that far apart. We're only 60K roster apart. We should have had someone a lot quicker than this. Oh, I didn't even look at the Chase Superstars for this one. I think I got two. I think I gotta use Seth, and something else. I don't know. We'll see. Farouk is on fire. The jiggly one. All right. See if people start flocking in. And honestly, if I'm gonna be going for a little while today. If in like 2 hours I'm not having fun with this, or I feel like the feud's boring, I am gonna switch to something else. I am just gonna do that today. That's one of the very few days I don't have my kiddo. And yeah. And boom goes the dynamite. Watch that skyrocket. Go down, go down, go down. And just stay down, Ron. Just stay. What the crap ass? Alright, it's going to be one of those days. What's going on, Cubesy? Thanks, buddy. How you doing on your feud? Things are going not going so well over here. We're having a day. So, yeah. This is a thing. Let's see here. Let's see if I can manipulate this in the best way possible. I can't because of ice fall, but I can't do anything because they're frozen. You can go fuck yourself, stupid thing. Okay, so we do have 7, so we'll just go tink, tink. This is not going to hit very hard, but it should be enough to put him on the ground. It should. Like, hopes and dreams. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to. Allergy season's kicking my ass. It's just going to be a day. But like I was saying, I'm going to go probably about 2 hours or so with this, and who knows? I may start going to something else. I have not fully decided yet. We're going to see how the feud stream actually goes. I don't know if the audio is going. Okay, audio is still going. Alright, now we're just going to go through our normal process. Make our extracts. Boom. And then click, all the way around. Put that one on the red outside. And then go tink. Who's ready to watch NWO Macho just hit the ground and not get back up? This guy. I got syrup in my beard. I'm tragically sleep deprived. My son had colic at night. He hasn't slept for 3 days now. Oh my god. Oh, that sucks. Colic is not good. Now I'm assuming white noise is not doing the trick. Or ocean noises? Have you guys tried ocean noises? Ocean noises might help. My kid never had colic, so I can't really say. I was actually very blessed with my son. My son did not have colic. He slept. The kid literally started sleeping in his own bed basically month 3. Just in time for Feud. I think you need to get some sleep, buddy. This might be one of those feuds where you bow out. Kiddo crying all the time, not sleeping for 3 days. Both you and the missus sleep deprived. Yeah, that's gonna be a something. I think the Royal Rumble plate going on Aussie actually paid off really, really well. Yeah, 63 million, not bad. And then he included 30 million lead on top of that. Never. That's true commitment right there, my friend. But just remember what happens when you burn the candle at both ends. You wind up getting a sock shoved into your mouth. That's what happened. Yep. 5 minutes into it, and he's not even done with the fight. Hopefully he speeds up. I have faith. I have faith he'll speed up. Freaking stop. There you go. Okay. Oh. Wake up. It has been a morning already. I got blasted with probably 15 of the same questions over and over and over and over and over again this morning for my kiddo. It is amazing how just the initial 5 minutes of a morning can really set the tone for how your day's gonna go. And I was cranky this morning. I am cranky. Very, very cranky. But I hope in the stream and playing some games we'll fix that. Maybe. Who's to say? I haven't figured out whether I want to do Arcane Rush or something different. I got sleep. I was up later last night than what I normally am. I was actually feuding until about 2 a.m. And then I passed the hell out. And woke up this morning to a phone call. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. But I shall wake up in time. Hopefully. It's kind of one of those days here today where it's like, looks like it's gonna storm, but it might not storm, but it could storm. You know, one of those days. Boop. Drop down your head. The one card I am never ever going to get. Muscle Man Bray. I have tried so hard to get him, spent so much money trying to get him, and I just can't get him. He's like Ministry Taker. He'll show up right at the tail end of his usefulness. Because believe me, if I had Bray, it would be Bray, Bo, and Eric right now on this team. Alright, I need sweepers. I think so. I'm not 100% how much I got. I think I got just shy of 20 mil. Like, I think I stopped at like 19, something like that. Last night, the last 3 fights Carter lasted way too long. And yeah, it just got to a portion where I couldn't do it no more. I didn't do the new bloodline requirement either last night, so I think I'm further behind than what I really should be right now. At least in regards to rewards. But I did get the Naomi plate, so that was a nice little thing. I went and slapped that on Naomi for the female feuds. Because she's going to be helpful. Ozzy just up in this bitch one-shotting people without bleed. But I gotta look at Naomi a little bit more. I think there's one other plate I need on her to make her absolutely atrocious. Oh, it's the Dexter plate, and I don't have that. Really want that buzzard plate. Activate the green, increase the green. Oh, look, he sped up. I didn't run into Clip all last night. I'm sure if I would have, we would have stuck together for a while. But that goes into the argument that I made yesterday about lineups and making it a little bit bigger than necessary. It's super easy to run your 5s and stuff like that, your 5 and 6 minute matches. But when you're with a faction that ultimately there is no real synergy within the group, that they understand to do X, Y, and Z. Hit it. There we go. A majority of the time, you're just sitting there with a lot of slow feuders. So that's the reason why I generally run bigger than necessary, just because of that fact. I am really liking the Brutus Shears with the Royal Rumble plate on Ozzy, though. This is running a lot smoother. If I trusted Kevin Owens at all, I'd run KO too. Thanks, buddy. It was a nice little surprise. It's my first plate too. I actually got a lot of new plates this weekend. I'm not displeased with my service. I am actually starting to think that maybe I need to try and put the anniversary plate on Bradshaw. I think that'd be fun. But I also think it'd be overkill considering the fact that Bo on Bradshaw just makes him way more stupid. Just adding those extra multiplied gems helps out so much. And then the generator plate helping out so much. Ooh. So, I did get 150% gem damage strap for Powerhouse Attitude Era. And it went on Big Papa Pump. So, then I went and put the purple Royal Rumble plate on Big Papa Pump. I'm kind of hoping that pays out. Oh, Seth is needed for this one. That's right. I wish I had Seth freaking Rollins. Hey, you can take the Braun. Like, there's your answer right there for the Braun. Right there. Keeping eyes on the feud chat. Okay. He went in. We're fine. He should be able to finish this in a second. It should not have taken that long, though. But, hey. Is what it is. Let's see here. How far am I? Ooh, okay. Valkyria. Flash Feud Battlegrounds. Yeah, I'm at 62 million right now with the Flash Feud competition. That's without using a CSS. So, it'd be nice to connect, but people have lives. So, yeah. Now at this point, I really do need the CSS because I do want to hit here. I want to get to at least here. At minimum, I want to get to this chest. So, because I would like to try and get another Barber, another Will of Cargo would be nice. Seal of the Acolytes would be pretty great. Don't have the final boss. Yeah, basically I have every single one of these plates outside of Nearing the End and the final boss Finery. Make 6 or more mobile gems, increase all your gem damage by 350% for 1 turn. That'd be sick. Who would I put that on though? I guess I could do that on Tech Bailey. Make Tech Bailey viable. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what comes of it. So we have to use Seth Rollins in this feud. I didn't even check the CSS, so I'll probably check that here in a minute. Okay, just making sure. By the way, Cubesy, did you notice I have your design here in the bottom left, and then I have the other design up here at the top blocking my information? Told you I had to use them, buddy. They look really cool, so I plan on using those during the streams quite a bit. I could go into another game right now, but I'm hoping he's done within a minute. Yeah, like, this is ridiculous. It should not take this long for one individual. It really shouldn't. Like, all right. It's the morning time. It's the morning time. I just have to keep reminding myself. It's the morning time. People are slow right now. People still haven't had their coffee. Maybe there's something going on where they're just sitting there over analyzing. Maybe. Who's to say? It should not take this long for 4 cards. It really shouldn't. This should be over and done with already. So I think I'm just going to add Seth. I got to figure out what Seth I want to use, though. Probably going to be Mutant Seth, to be honest, because I don't have any of the other ones at 6-star gold. I really do, bud. They're really sick. All right. Seth Freakin Rollins. All right. Well, that's good to know. I can take Warrior up. I'm 1 Yeet Jacket away. I could do Warrior and Radical Seth at the same time. So that'll be good. I'll do them both. But do I have a belt for you yet? Oh, I have a really crappy belt for you. Ah, that's never fun. Shit. What's going on, Simon? That's okay, buddy. I'm not really expecting a whole lot to show up today. I did figure out, though, last night. Something popped into my head. The watch hours that you have on YouTube are not just in the videos that I make and put out. It also involves the live streams, too. So I think within a time frame, I can actually get to monetization doing live videos. So even just having you show up for a few minutes is still good. Okay. You do trap gems, don't you? Ooh. Okay. Okay. Let me cook here. I have not tinkered around with this Seth yet. So I'm wondering if I do the belly to back suplex. What's the Shiranui do? Okay, real quick, Cubes, can you confirm or deny this? Is the Radical Seth still 99 MP right now? I think he was last month, so I'm assuming he's still 99 MP. 758k and make 4 random gems into blue gems. 21 gems in the trap. Your opponent's showboat. Plus 402,000 damage for every trap gem. Okay, so I'm going to assume you're still 99 MP. Okay, cool. Still 99 MP. Dope. All right, so I have a really crappy belt, but I can put the Aussie plate on him, which would allow for a rotation with multiple black gems, multiple blue gems, just filling the board consistently with gems over and over and over and over and over again. So I should just be able to use these two moves right here, right? I should. You have purple, don't you? How much is it per? 2,000 per, so I need 2,000 more to take you up. Okay. I need to take Seth and I need to take Warrior to 6-star gold so that way I have a replacement to where I don't have to use Devon every single time. So if I go down this route, just gonna level you up real quick because I can. Might as well. Doesn't do anything, it just gets me one step closer to the edge so I don't break. Okay. And then we go over here. We can slap this plate on him. Yeah. Slap the Dark Master plate on him. Then we go here. Put on the blue increase. Black gem, red gem, all defense. Let's just go with this one. Screw it. Okay, so black is at 109%, blue's at 109%. I can run you, and I think I'll be okay. Did it say that the brawl was over yet? Oh, thank God. Okay. Then we'll put Seth up here. No. We'll replace Devon for a minute. Go with Radical Seth. What's the other one? CM Punk. And of course, I took the Will of Cargill off of him last night and don't have the plate parts anymore to put it back on him. So he might suck now. Nah, we'll be okay. We'll be just fine. We don't have to worry about it too much. Okay, we do have middle line bonus, so that makes all of this completely viable. Still good there. All right. So we just need to win 2 with Seth, 2 with Punk. Because I do not have Dom and I don't have Seth freaking Rollins. Still eats me. Black, blue, blue, move damage, 16-minute or 16 mil finisher. Okay, let me see this. Black, blue, blue. So I'm assuming the back is for submissions. Like we're going belly to back, Shiranui, and King's Landing, right? First deal, 1.1 mil, 2.4 mil. Bonus for every trap gem. Okay, so we can do 23 there. We're going to increase the black gem, or we're going to increase the trap gem damage. Okay. Bye, Simon. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you stopping by. Okay, so trap gems. Generate trap gems. We need that bitch. Coda, all day. Okay, so that's going to make 21 gems into that. And there's 23 in total that it can get. So if we go down here to Steamboat, that's 23. 23 lines up perfectly. So now we go into gem damage. I think we just go with blue and then black, right? I'll just do black, straight black, because we have the trigger from the other plate as well. So just go with straight black. Oh, no, because you're on someone right now. We just need to go with 1200 or 12K. Go 12K there. 12K there. Okay. Because your black gem damage right now sits at 22, so even at 30%, it wouldn't be enough, so the 12K is viable. Okay, so 12K. I really don't think I need to take him 6-star gold right now. I'm going to. I can't. I need 2K more on the purple, so I can't. Cool. He can stay there. We'll wait for Felipe to find a partner, and then we'll hop in and see what we can do with Seth. Because Seth for sure is going 6-star gold. Warrior is going 6-star gold. So that has me covered on 3 different eras between Seth, Warrior, and I think Devon's reality. God damn it. Can't hop in on that one. So that covers me in 3 areas, 3 very strong acros. Not bad. I just need a modern acro at this point, and there's no good acro moderns aside from Fatu, and I don't have Fatu yet. I am trying, though. I am trying to get to Fatu. Speaking of which... Nope. Freaking Seb pulled OTC from the damn free loopholes last night. I was so jealous. I want OTC so bad. I think Striker has got to be my favorite class because everything that I want in this game is a Striker. Can we please get somebody in on Stagini? I don't want to jump in with this guy because I don't want it. I just don't. Can't do it. Oh, come on. What do you got? Oh, cheese and crackers. I work with children. Okay, finally. I got 2 hours on this bitch. It's already. Oh, I just can't. I don't see the point. Why are you running below 100K? Like where? I don't understand. This is one of those moments where I wish I could bounce around. Okay, so we'll go with this one because we need to. Now let's see. If we one-shot him at 6-star silver, that means that we can fight a showboat at 6-star gold. Okay, so hit this. And then we hit this. So what's the damage at 29 mil? Oh, holy shit. Oh my Lanta. Oh, that's nutty. That is nutty damage. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see how much you're gonna fall off come 99 MP drop, but I also see where you're viable. Okay. 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 I see you. And then just start going down the line, I guess. Radical Seth, I gotta take up. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Warrior, I'm taking up for Showdown. And possibly Feud usage, depending on how the anniversary plate works on him. If it works the way I think it's going to. Which I have a strong feeling it's going to. If I had the Veers plate, I'd be a whole hell of a lot happier. But don't, so there's that. But Radical will be really good for Seth requirements, and if I decide not to run Devon that day, because, like, no multiply gem or something like that. It's all coming together. It's all finally coming together. The females are a different story. I only have like one good showboat, one decent powerhouse. Okay, so quick question. I'm looking at Zombie Chelsea. Zombie Chelsea actually looks viable as my powerhouse female with her plate. Because I do have her plate now. So, in my eyes, powerhouse Chelsea could actually be stronger than Zombie Liv. Am I accurate in my thinking here? Because on paper, it looks like Chelsea is a lot stronger than Zombie Liv. And a lot more efficient. And a guaranteed one-shot. If ran correctly. Which, if last night's stream is any indication, there are times I don't run them correctly. Oh, we want to keep that purple. Just und Kiss. Dead. Cool, yeah. Is stronger 3 times purple. Oh, okay. The triple purple setup, does that involve her plate? Because I don't think it does. I think that's the multiply gem build. And that's kind of where I was leaning towards, was trying to use her plate on her. Now, my other concept is going to be to take Ridge Holland to 6-star gold, and run Ridge with the new plate. Which, that one seems spicy to me. Ridge with the Chelsea plate does look very, very solid. If I get a lull in the feuding, I'm going to look at Chelsea, because I am taking her up. I'm just really short on shards right now for powerhouses. Which is a shocker, considering I haven't never run out of shards for powerhouses. But then again, I took up a lot of powerhouses lately. So, I guess it does make sense. 53 million. And then there goes the health. And now it's gone because you bled out. Ah, you need the Bubba glasses. Okay. That makes sense. Well, if I had all the Chase Superstars for this Flash Feud, I could have gotten there. Or the Royal Rumble. Okay. I do have the purple Royal Rumble plate. So that's starting to look a lot better. Let's go with Seth. Let's see if... Or let's go with CM Punk. See if Punk can do what I think Punk can do. Which, this really shouldn't be bad. It's not going to be great, but I don't think it can be bad. Okay, we got to block this one here for sure. So we block here, and go here, 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 here. That should do it. Nope, no break. Cool. Okay, what do you do without plate? Do you still one-shot without the Jade plate? Yep, you're still a one-shot without the Jade plate. Cool. Don't need to worry about you anymore. If I get another Jade plate, fantastic. It'll go on him. Stress 100, average and feuds 55 to 65 million turn 1. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Is that with the Royal Rumble plate or just flat? Because the other thing I do have to register as well is I do kind of need to avoid... Okay. I do need to avoid having my entire female roster be nothing but multiply gems. That is a given. I do need to avoid that. Because there is a lot of Tiffy times, there is a lot of endies, and there is a very strong chance that I will, in fact, hit at least one of those with another multiply gem user and really regret my life choices. Because I've done it multiple times. No plates. Okay, cool. So yeah, she'll go up then. Because I love Zombie Liv. I really absolutely do. But I think she needs the LA bite plate to be good, and right now the LA bite plate sits on a bow. So, who knows? I may take it off a bow. Because I don't think he necessarily needs it. But who's to say? Alright, so there's CM Punk done. Now let's just finish off Rollins real quick. Won't be that hard. And CSS is done. I do like Seth, though. So it's really nice to know that he is actually good. Now, come post 99 MP, that could very well be a different story. He might actually suck come post. Or it might be a different build. I don't know, but this one does look consistent, especially for triggering gems and stuff like that. Because he, too, could potentially get the Royal Rumble plate as well. And just double up on everything. Like, just constant cascade after cascade after cascade. Good. Alright, there's 22 million added. Dunzo. Give me my coin, thank you. Wow, that really did not add as much as I thought it was going to. Chelsea Green. I'm going to be abusing you come the next feud. That's for damn sure. All right. Where am I sitting on here? Am I doing good? Doing good. I'm on the 4th, so we're fine. All right. Make sure I'm contributing. Liv is slow. I will give you that. Liv is very slow. I guess the only real reason why I was thinking of putting the LA bite plate on Liv is for boss battle. Essentially, just double stacking between the gem buff move plus the LA bite plate. You know, come boss battle for like shield breaks and stuff like that. If people don't have the necessary carries, being able to add her on there just to be able to buff things up a bit. Stuff like that. I'm trying to think outside of the box now with my lineups. Instead of just going straight feud all the time, I am actually thinking of boss battles and showdown and shit like that now. My perception's kind of changed a little bit. Because it's not all about feuding anymore. And we keep the MP reducers on there because reasons. Thank you. I really do want to increase my power, though. I really do. But I can't. But I want to, but I shouldn't. Piper plate's no longer on Ray, so Ray's not going to be good. Kofi sucks. I don't really feel like bouncing around promoters. So, I guess I'm just going to stick with what I got here. Actually, let me look real quick. Yeah, and there's nothing in here that I would absolutely want to use. I guess I can bring in Gunther. Gunther's still set up, right? Take him off of Xavier. Yeah, I might as well. Just give me an extra body. Jump me up a little bit. I feel better with this. Double lines. I came in way too late on this, so I'm really super low. Yeah, only 2 million right now. I don't see me catching up. I came into this feud about an hour and 15 minutes late. I think going for 40 minutes, so yeah, roughly about an hour and 15 minutes too late. Plus slow feuders. But yes. Oh. There we go. Okay. Okay. So you just went for finisher damage. You increased the finisher damage drastically. Okay. Ooh, Rex Regal's gotta be fun. I finally have that Sammy. I have that Acro Sammy. Ooh! Is that Acro Sammy actually good? If that Acro Sammy is good, then that means that I have my other... I have my modern Acro that's actually worth a damn. Is that or is that Sammy good? I totally forgot I have this Sammy now. And he is at 6-star silver. So, I mean, technically, I just don't have a great belt for him. The only belt I would have that's worthwhile is 40% increase. Top row into snowfalls, which makes multiply. Do we get a board fill? Oh, and then it's the blue thunder bomb, so triple black. Sub setup plus plate. Okay, so blue, the Koji clutch. So I'm assuming it's the Michinoku driver into the Koji clutch into the Haluva kick. And then plus plate, so I'm assuming a submission plate. Break this down for me. If he's actually worthwhile, I'm going to work him up. Does he work similar to how Tech Sammy worked? Is it literally the same exact setup? Oh, wow. That's a lot of acros, buddy. Like, let's chitter chat on this one. Because now what I'm hearing in my head is I have legitimately every single, aside from like PG era, right now I have a showboat for every single era. And if that is the case, then I am going to be happier than a pig in shit. The Bite Man's battle armor. Don't have that one. I know that for 100% certainty. I do not have that one. Yeah, I don't. Oh, okay, so that's that's Brett's. I definitely don't have that. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't looking good. Please, please, please trigger. Okay, that should trigger. Please trigger. Please trigger. Oh, thank God. Oh, I got so nervous. Okay, cool. Why are you yelling at me? Okay, yeah, I definitely don't have that. I bypassed that plate so that way I could get LA Bite plate and the Chelsea plate. So I'll keep eyes out for the Bite Man's battle armor. Hopefully I can get that somewhere down the line, maybe in October, since we're done with the zombies now. Because what my assumption is now, just hearing that, is the fact that that plate gives increase on red gems after submission. I'll tinker. I'll see what I can come up with him. But if he's since he's viable, I'm actually going to use him. One thing I am thinking is maybe I can use the triple black setup somehow. I would say use it for the drip plate, but maybe if I do the triple black, I'm going to double check that here in a second, because I'm cooking with something if it works the way I think it's going to. Snowfall gems. Yeah, I'm going to look into that. So that's Sammy, Warrior, Seth, and Devon. So that's 4 eras covered. That's going to be spicy. I just need to get a better belt. My acro belts have just been lackluster. I still think that one of the main changes they need to make for this game is during feuds, you should get a little check box or check mark next to the box or next to the cards that have gotten their first time wins. So that way you can actually physically see which ones you've used. Because after a little while, it just becomes overwhelming. Trying to remember who you used and who you haven't, especially if the opposing team has the same kind of classes all the way around, so you're bouncing. You're done, son. Because Bradshaw. That's why. Bradshaw's amazing. He'll cover multiply gems. That's what I figured. I figured you'd cover multiply gems with the other one because it is making multiply gems. I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook with him. That's for sure. I'm gonna give him an actual shot now because, well, it's Sammy. One way or another, I needed to take him up to 6-star gold. I have Zombie Sammy and Tech Sammy at 6-star gold. I need to take Acro Sammy. I wish I had the other ones, but I don't. All right, here comes the long fight. No. Be smart, Jeff. Be smart. There's 2 silvers there. We got these 2 left. Might as well do this correctly. So, silver for you, silver for you. I've used all of these so far, I think. How many have I beaten? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've only done 3, so I haven't used Taker yet. Taker, can we go here? Just run it, Jeff. Just run it. Run it like you need to. Use up all of them first, then go and do what you need to do. Probably just use Ozzy against the other ones. Ozzy's one-shot and everything. Might as well. Taker could one-shot him too, I guess, but I don't want to risk it. Heart of Jade and the Bite Man's battle armor. Okay. I see where you're going with that. Let me look. I'll look here in just a second. I just gotta look at the moveset, let my brain cook what it needs to cook, and see what comes of that. Because then it means that I gotta start bouncing around plates again. I'm not gonna spend any more money. At least not not for the next 2 weeks. I can't. I gotta start saving money. Maybe I do need to go with Acro Seth instead of Devon for right now. I just need a universal because Devon's just really good against showboats. It's just not beneficial anywhere else. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Maybe I should have gone for that battle armor. I just don't like sub setups. I just don't. I don't like turn 2s ever. I prefer consistent turn 1s all day, every day. That's the only way to run it, in my eyes. Okay, so that'll give me 3. That'll give me 7. Let's just do the line break, or column break, see what comes of that. There we go. Plate triggered. Not worried anymore. Always go for the column break. Column break works 99% of the time. Okay, now I'm excited. Now I got some decent shit to work. It's just too bad they're all in the same class. Alright, now we just need to use Devon for the last one, and we're Gucci. Now I got 2 left. I got plenty of time. Alright. Devon. It's like, no, I really don't want to use Gunther. Gunther is really not that strong. Even with the all heart plate and the grass plate, or his general's plate, he's just not that good. Now, if his damage actually hit for like 100, or for like 50 mil total, that'd be nice, but it doesn't. The tour was such an eye-opening thing on that one. How much damage do we actually clear here? I think we clear at least 30. Oh, for sure. Oh yeah, for boss, 100%. Submissions during boss battle, I will take that all day. It's not that big of a deal. During feuds, on the other hand, with how many MP plates roam around, especially in the women's division, But between all that, it just seems like a little. It's too much for me on feuds, at least. I don't trust you, Phyllis. So I'm just gonna use Ozzy. Screw it. I don't care. Just use Ozzy. Now I'm really starting to think I need to do a couple of things here. Because I feel myself slowing down a little bit. Even though this is only 10 minutes. It's not even been 10 minutes yet. And this is done. But I feel like I'm slower. Using Gunther, I definitely would have been a lot slower. That'll take at least 4 minutes. At minimum, it'll take 4 minutes. Look at all that break. That's so nice. And boom goes the dynamite again. Could. But then again, I bring up the the whole concept with the MP plates. If I'm going stupid, and obviously it does depend on looking at the belts. I mean, that's kind of a given there. You should really look at the belts and what they have. But I never fucking do. And that's my fault. That's my fault. I should be a lot better at this. I'm a professional freaking feuder. I should be a lot better. Let me guess. She froze out now, so now I'm going to have to close it all out, start back all over again. Please tell me I don't have to. Oh, thank you. All right. Let's look here. Oh, it is set up correctly, so you should be all the way up here. There you are. All right. Let's look here. Let's cook. Choose 4 gems to make into 1 turn countdowns. We'll make 12 random gems into red gems. Get that to trigger. Okay, so it's the Michinoku driver. You go and put that on. Hit the springboard DDT, choosing 4 gems to make into countdown. Then hit the Koji clutch. That way, turn 2, the springboard goes off, blowing up all the multiplied gems, and you're right as freaking rain. Because if you put Z Bianca on there, it means the board gets filled. Guaranteed the board gets filled either way, I should say. Alright, I see it. I see it now. That could be actually a lot of fun. And it just comes down to belts. Okay. I see it. I see what you're cooking. That's nice. I'm gonna have to work on that. Alright, where's Devon? Nothing I can really do here. Alright, where am I sitting at now? Yeah, I'm not gonna hit that 100 mil this feud. And let's check over here real quick. Important. Okay, so tomorrow, don't have Liv, don't have Cargill, got Maxine and any Raw, so that helps. Don't know who I got paired with here. And then I got Chelsea for the last day, and then any NXT, so that means that I have to use someone I don't want to use. I have to use Cora. I'm not excited about that. I don't like Cora. I took Cora to 6-star gold and regretted it every day since. I was just hoping she'd be good, and she's just not. She's not as good as what I believe she should be. In all honesty, the way she lines out, she should be doing at minimum 60 million damage, but just doesn't. So I had to look into her. It kind of sucks. This Flash feud kind of sucked for me. I have really just none of these stars. Absolutely none. She's fun. She just doesn't... She's just not as good as I thought she was. She's not turn 1. At least I haven't been able to make her turn 1. Let's put it that way. Fuck you, Gunther. Get off my screen. Ah, okay. She needs the moment. Alright, Cube, send me a screenshot if you can. When you have the chance, send me a screenshot of your Cora so I can see what the heck you're talking about. Because like I said, I think I did something wrong. She should be hitting that, and she doesn't hit that for me. It's got to be the plate. I think I don't have the right plates on her or something. I don't absolutely know. I really don't. Of course you'd hit that. Every single... I clicked over here. Where you click should be where the wild card should land. That's my humble opinion. Okay, that's what I thought. It's not turn 1. I guess for females, it's really not bad if it's turn 2, but... Ideally, I like my women being in the same position as my men. It's all turn 1. Cool. Thank you. That'd be very, very helpful. I guess since I'm forced to use her, I might as well use it use it in the way she needs to be used. I'm assuming it's using the submission and stuff. I just thought Cora should hit a lot harder than what she does, and she just doesn't. But I guess turn 2 isn't bad. 2-minute fight, maybe. Ah, okay. That's probably the reason why I stopped caring about her. Is the simple fact, if it's not turn 1 and it's not straightforward, I just don't use it. That's my pitfall. I just really don't see the point in using them if they're not turn 1 and it's not straightforward. I say that going and using stuff like Miz and CM Punk and shit like that where it's riding the wire. Alright, just go there. Overthinking. Don't overthink, just click. Undertaker is not that hard of a concept. Because when you got Undertaker one shot, now almost every single striker, you don't need to overthink. Just go into it straight. Let the coffee do its work. Kick in and just go right into cruise control. Oh, hey, Clippy joined me. Nice. I just realized Clip was fighting alongside me. Shows how much I'm paying attention. Alright, where's my break? This is not going to go well. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this one. Very, very bad feeling about this one. Because I got 2s. I don't have 3s or column break or row break. Alright. Let's pray. Maybe? Oh, good boy. Good Ozzy. You're a good Prince of Darkness. Very, very good Prince of Darkness. Thank you for doing your job. You showed up. You did exactly what you were supposed to do on a really shitty board situation. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for being a good boy. Kicked out. Can't kick out. Why? Because you're bleeding to death. I still attest that this build is extremely good without the bleed increase. It's only, what, 100% bleed increase? Yep, only 100%. So technically, if I did take off Shobo Nakamura, it'd be a little bit less, but it would do a lot more gem damage. boat status in general's hands, do you force the enemy to destroy traps or more, etc.? Okay. Well, I do have the general hands. I do have that. I don't have the boat status, though. It's amazing how many plates I don't have. But it's probably a good thing, too, because then I'd just be buying plate parts all the time with just bouncing plates around. Alright, so turn 2 with the submission. That's not bad. Could be a whole hell of a lot worse. Nope. There we go. What's the promo code? Oh, WrestleMania 41. Okay. Might as well do that real quick. Has anyone else noticed that everyone keeps referring to the first, like, few years of WrestleMania and shit like that over and over and over again now? Can we all just agree that Hulk Hogan's time is over? Andre should be forgotten at this point. Or not forgotten, but just kind of put on the back burner. Can we all just agree that their time is over and done with? We need to just focus on the here and now. The here and now is better than anything it's ever been. Okay. At least that's my opinion, obviously. What the frick is the redeem codes? It's in the special offers, Jeff. It's up in the right corner. If you'd use your brain every once in a while, you'd figure that out. Redeem code. WM41. Submit. Yay! I got cards I already have. Like, that's just my humble opinion. Now, everyone's going to see that differently. I'm just not a fan of the old wrestling anymore. It's been shoved down the throat so many times, I just can't do it. Like, Hulk Hogan getting his ass booed out of the stadium during the first Raw live event on Netflix was just hilarious to me. It fucker deserves it. I'm curious if they're going to bring Vince back at any sort of time for anything at all. Ever. Because that'll be funny to me. And die. Am I going slow? I feel like I'm going slow. Don't ruin my childhood with WWE. Alright, that's fair. I guess that's fair. It is different. Like, my WWE started in the early 2000s. My shit started right at the tail end of Attitude Era and going into what we have now. I will say this, though. Randy Orton's promo with Cody Rhodes last night for SmackDown was absolutely 100% accurate. Cody Rhodes is the reason why wrestling is where it is right now. He forced everyone to change their game, and I will give him this. I give him his credit all day, every day. Roman did really well with it too. Roman is one of those ones that did actually keep WWE afloat. Yeah, you're the 90s. I was born in 90, man, and I really didn't discover wrestling until 2004. I want to say it was 04, and then really got back into it at 09. And I've tried watching the old matches and stuff, and I get it. I get the technical wrestling. I get the simple fact that, you know, they were more about not really storytelling. They were more about the moves and putting on a show. Totally get that. I'm just a storytell kind of person. I prefer the stories. And I think the stories nowadays are 1,000 times better than anything has ever been in wrestling ever. Like right now, people are talking about the triple threat between Punk, Roman, and Seth. They're like, we don't understand how this is making any sort of difference at all to the WrestleMania thing. It's simply put that CM Punk wanted his WrestleMania main event, which he has now. Seth Rollins needed the WrestleMania main event, which he has now. So, fantastic. I do think that the well is running dry on Rollins consistently going after Punk all the damn time. I think that's water under the bridge now. But that's just my opinion. I think at this point, CM Punk has done everything he can to prove that he is back in the WWE and that this is where he wants to be, aka Elimination Chamber, Hell in the Cell, all of that good shit. And I think the Rollins shit just needs to stop. Hopefully it stops after WrestleMania. I'm at my grandfather's house and I started at about 1 a.m. Ah, okay. That's good childhood memories. I will give you that. See, I can live with the Goldbergs, the Stings, the Steve Austin eras. I can agree with all of that. What I don't agree with is constantly hyping up like Ric Flair and Andre, stuff like that. I get it. They're legends of the business. They are the foundation with which everything is established now. Yes, understand that completely. I'm just tired of constantly hearing about it. Like, we're living in the past a lot of the times with what everyone says. I think we just all need to maintain a certain level of how far into the past we need to go. But again, that's just my opinion, and my opinion is not a popular one. Ah. Okay, so being 5 with that, yeah, I can see where that sticks. I can see where that sticks big time. But again, I stipulate the whole, like, Ric Flair shit. John needs to win the title this year at some point. Most likely going to happen at WrestleMania. Will not be surprised if he doesn't win at WrestleMania. However, I do think John needs to take the title at some point, make it 17, actually outdo Ric Flair, so Ric Flair can kind of fade off. I'm attributing it mainly to like Bruno Sammartino or Bob Backlund. We don't talk about them very much anymore for valid reasons. It's in the past, they're done. Granted, they are legends. Oh, you have an MP reducer on you, don't you? You sneaky, sneaky boy. Look at all of that. I love every second of that. MP reduced all the way into the ground. That is awesome. I love that. Way to go. My opponent has earned my respect this day. That is sick. Well done. Just well done. MP reduction to the fullest extent of what you can do. That's my guy right there. That should be enough. Yep. I love these sort of shenanigans from people. Especially on a card you know he's not using at all. Just cut my damage down, son. Just cut it down. I love it. You, sir, have gained my respect this day. I think more people should do that. Just 1 or 2 cards on the lineup that are just meant to MP reduce and make your opponent just rage. I love chaos. If I played Dungeons and Dragons at all, I'd be chaotic evil all the time. Just make everyone suffer. Also trying to get into Warhammer too, because they have chaos too. I like chaos. Why am I closing Discord? Don't close Discord. Silly butt. Now, I'm going to put this out to everybody. Who is excited to watch Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu throwdown in a last man standing match. I, for one, am eagerly awaiting that fight. Exactly, Cubes. Nothing like it. It's so good. If I could see their faces, I would love it. But I am absolutely excited for Jacob Fatu against Braun Strowman in a last man standing match. Now, that said, I don't think it's going to happen at WrestleMania. Now that I think about it, I think it's going to happen on an episode of SmackDown before WrestleMania. No, we're only a couple weeks away. Never mind. I'm really hoping it's at WrestleMania. Well, what I'm hoping happens is it's Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu in a last man standing match at WrestleMania. And Solo fucks it up for Fatu, and Fatu destroys Solo. And it goes into a new bloodline, just destruction. Because that's where it's heading. Fatu is a far better power than Solo is right now. Especially with the fans. Solo never got the amount of support from the fans that Fatu has. And I just see it going so good for Fatu. I cannot wait to see him hold the title. That man has got skills. Not just verbally, but in that ring. He is just a force. No! Fucker. Alright. Well, it's a little bit weaker. That's okay. That's why the MP reducers are on you. When in doubt, go with MP reduction to make sure you're constantly safe. You're done, son. Thank you for playing. Come again later. I'm also trying to think of what WrestleMania card looks like right now. We got the triple threat main event. We have Cena versus Rhodes. Jay versus Gunther. Possible last man standing match for Fatu and Braun. I really think the women's division's kind of lacking right now. Because they don't have a lot going on. Rhea, Io next week or on Monday for the title. Bianca being guest referee, not bad. Feels a little stale, but that's just my perspective. It feels stale. Like, I love Rhea, but it just seems to me like Rhea is in a really weird position. Oh, we got Damian versus Drew, so that'll be good. That should be a good heavy-hitting fight. I think the WrestleMania card is stacked. I think there's, just like with every single WrestleMania, there's one or two fights that I'm just not overtly excited to watch. I'm happy to not see Logan Paul all the time. Even though he's supposed to be a full-time wrestler, he's just not on TV. His whole deal going into a Royal Rumble about how he's going to be here all the time, and he's not here all the time. He comes in, he runs his mouth, he goes in, he gets his ass kicked, and then he leaves. He is a jobber right now. And I just don't think he's ready for anything outside of just being a jobber. I really don't. I think there's so many moving parts in WWE right now that I just don't see the picture for a lot of it. Which is a good thing. I mean, as a fan, I really shouldn't know every angle of it or be able to anticipate every angle. Like, beforehand, when Vince was running it, everything was fucking predictable. Everything was predictable. But come WrestleMania 41, the CM Punk, Rollins, and Reigns fight, I'm curious to see which side is Paul going to go towards. Is he going to stick with Roman, or is he going to go with Punk, or is everything going to get turned around and Rollins is going to actually have Heyman at the end of it. Who's to say? There's a small part of me that thinks that Heyman's going to turn on Roman and go with Punk, similar to what he did with Brock and Roman. How he turned on Brock so that way Roman could win because Roman was the future. I don't know. It's making for very captivating television, though. I will give them that. It is very captivating. I cannot for the life of me watch AEW, though, anymore. AEW is the same shit. I think their entire roster, aside from like five superstars in that entire roster are actual high tier wrestlers. I think the rest of them are kind of low. I really want to see Orange Cassidy come into the WWE, though. Because you know Orange Cassidy in the WWE would actually be beneficial. Oh, nice! Make sure to screenshot that. Put it over into the channel so that way we can all look. Aw, the Clippy is ahead of me now by 2 million points. The Clippy sits ahead of me. Maybe he beats me on this one. I don't think he beat me last night. Totally forgot to put that up. YouTube. Me. It's that freaking Rollins. So that. Copy that. Close that. Gotta make sure to put them in the area so we can get viewers. Maybe one of these days. One of these days, my chat is going to be exploding with 100 some odd people watching. That's going to be a good day. Don't get me wrong. I love the 4 and 5 of y'all that all show up. I totally appreciate every single one of you, and I love you unconditionally. Just know that. But I am still eagerly anticipating the day where I have hundreds of people in the chat. Maybe one of these days I'll get entertaining enough that everyone just flocks in. But I look at his charisma. Look at the way he speaks. We must go to him. What's that saying? If you build it, they will come. I'm building a channel. Come to the foundation. Build the structure. I actually really want to play Call of Duty right now. I want to play COD, and I don't know why. I just have this bug right now where I really want to play COD. I think it's because Verdansk is coming back, and I really want to play Verdansk again. I miss Verdansk. I have actually one Battle Royale win on Verdansk. I'd like to make it more. I'm just not good enough at the game to actually do that, and I don't team well with others. I try, but then egos get involved, and it's who's going to take a back seat, and yeah. But I'm hoping I can get good enough with it that I can actually stream for Verdansk Warzone. Probably have to get a better graphics chip and everything for my computer. I do need to upgrade this thing. It is 2 years old, so the drivers and everything all need to be upgraded. Maybe that's something I work on. Maybe that's something I do on the side for a hobby. Because I'm considering woodworking. Considering woodworking and computers. Alright, let's go through the class advantages first. See what we got here. Okay. So we can use our Devon here. Andrew, please tell me that you beat JP in under 10 minutes. Because that would be hilarious. Just because it's JP. Like, I love JP. But I also would like to know if people beat him in under 10 minutes. You're like, haha, your roster couldn't even survive 8 minutes. And Dan, now my brain's on woodworking and computer building. Like, I'm pretty excited. I'm looking for some pretty decent wood around the area. Try and build myself a table. Like a coffee table. I got this vision for a coffee table in my head I really want to make. And the MP reduction works beautifully against Hulk Hogan here. Fantastic. Just as long as there's no cascade, we're walking away from this with a very solid FU to the Hulkster. No cascade. Beautiful. Good job, Mez. You're doing your part now, and I appreciate that. MP reduction on Miz, safe, efficient. Even if it does go into turn 2, completely okay. Yeah, we're fine. I think Miz just replaced CM Punk as my main. Having that moment really makes him just absolutely destructive. Just so nice. I'm happy I picked that up. The hell is that? All right, let's see. What other things do we have here? Okay, so we still need to use Bradshaw. Yeah, we just need to use Bradshaw, and that's it. Because this is number 4. So yeah, Bradshaw's the only one left, and then Gunther, but I'm not going to use Gunther against 6-star gold. Shall take too long, and I don't feel like dealing with it. Plus, I have him MP reduced, so that way people deal with the submission a lot more than what they really want to. So there's that. He's only there for defense. He's there to make people's lives miserable and make them use props. Because a lot of people don't like using props during feud. They prefer using them during boss battle. Don't fuck up. Okay, cool. We're good. Plate triggered. We're Gucci. There's the plate. And boom. That Royal Rumble plate going on there was genius. Ozzy and Hall of Fame Brutus. Both very, very good options. Bye. Even without the 100% on the bleed, this is still turn 1 if the cascade works out nicely. 3 clicks, done. Or 3 clicks and a swipe, done. Ozzy's just so good. Bring that to here, because there's more black around here. Then go click, 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 done. And let's go with this one. Alright, plate triggered. We're good. Just as long as the plate triggers, we're perfectly fine. Living in a world of pure imagination. $50 million and bleed. Done, son. You show up, you sit back down. That's how this goes. All right, so that was 115,000. And then the OTC. I really do kind of miss the days of feuding when you could use one card against everything and you did not have to worry about first time wins and having to use everybody in the lineup. I do miss those days. Those are really good feuding days. I remember one in particular that I was trying very hard to get into Wolfpack Elite, and I was using Acro Jimmy for an entire feud. That's all I used was Jimmy, and I just absolutely killed it on points. You're dead. I miss those days. I actually do still have a tendency to go back and watch original Garcon videos when the gems look different too. It is night and day. That is just insane how different the gems look now. I still remember the update for when they switched it over. Everyone was pissed. All right, who am I going to destroy you with? Oh, I need Bradshaw. Forgot, I need to use Bradshaw. Good thing I remembered that. All right, can I drop this in under 10? I believe I can. I believe in me. I guess for strikers now, I do have to take a striker Andre all the way to 6-star gold. He should still be good. Oh, nice. 13 minutes. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right. I'm curious as to what your flat damage looks like without a trickster buff on those multiplies. Nice. 80 million damage. Oh, Bradshaw. Love you so much. Bradshaw with the moment, with bow, is just brutal. Absolute brutal. And I think I outpaced the Clipper. I did. I outpaced him. I still outpaced you by 30 seconds. We did the exact same time, so I'm okay with it. I have 2 more cards than he does, and still kept up with him, but hey. Ugh. I give Clip shit because I love Clip. Clip is one of my dearest friends. Absolutely adore the Clipster. And I'm catching up to him too. Let's see if I can overtake him in the next hour and 12 minutes. Got an hour and 12 minutes left on this feud. I want to overtake him. I want to take him, and I want to make sure that he knows I beat him. He had 2 people with like 142 million health. Yeah, that sounds like JP. That sounds like JP and his lineups for sure. Oh, crap. Well, that sucks. I have a strong feeling that now I'm gonna stall out now. I've paired with Phenomenal One a few times, and this is gonna be a problem. But hey, it gives me a chance to look at projects, I guess. I got nothing else to say about that. Here's friggin' hoping, man. I don't think that was enough. Nope, wasn't enough. Fuck me. Of course we missed. We were doing so good. Of course we missed. Oh, okay, cool. I was afraid Julius was gonna wreck my face. Don't gotta worry about that now. Cool. Bring that there. I don't really think I need to upgrade, so I'm just gonna hit this. Can't believe we missed. I think we probably missed the Rumble plate by like one swipe. One gem had to have been. He's done anyways. There's so much bleed stack on him now. He's just over and done with. It's almost a 50 bleed stack. Yeah, he's over and done with. 29, and then there goes the bleed. I'm really enthused. I really want to see a black gem increase, bleed increase boss fight. I really do. Because I'm curious on Ozzy. Is it going to be one turn? Is it going to be 2 turns? Like, am I going to be able to get through the rotation a couple of times because of the Royal Rumble plate? Or is the Royal Rumble plate going to slow me down for a boss? I'm actually super curious about that. Because I don't think Ozzy has been able to be used for a boss battle for a while. Or ever, for that matter. Boop. I dropped you on your head. But even still, even if that was the case, I'd probably use someone different anyways. Nah, I'd still use Ozzy. Just to see. I mean, it's all training purposes anyways. You gotta know your cards. And then let's go here, 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 here. I'm gonna try this because I'm curious. Okay, so it does more damage if I go all yellows onto the multiply. Okay. Coolio. That was a really loud motorcycle. I cannot wait to remodel this house, sell it, move to the country where it's quiet. I have found in my old age of 35 years old that I really just want quiet now. There's too much noise in the world. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful. Hit it. Boop, boop, and boop to the dome. Don't cascade. Thank you. Good, Miz. Miz done. Okay. Gibbsy. Oh, okay. I see you. I see you. What's the moment? Don't have the moment. I do need to work up Bulldog. NWO Hogan, Steamboat. I have all of those, luckily. Okay, so you do the diving senton into the chokehold, into the finisher. Okay. Oh, that plate. Okay, it's an MP plate. I don't think I have that particular plate now that I think about it. Now, I'm wondering if there's... What is this? So the red gem's doing 125. Oh, and then the submission being increased. Okay. All right, I see her. I see how that's going. Okay. Yeah, I can see how she's beneficial, especially with that moment. And then there. Because, like, the ironic thing is if All Heart Plate actually did the red gems instead of just green and purple. Wait, what does that turn that into? Turns those into red gems. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I'll have to look. I do know for a fact I don't have that moment, though. I know that for absolute certainty. Oh, I guess Nikita's in NXT, too. Could always use Nikita instead of Cora, but Nikita's the same boat. Nikita's just as fucking bad. I had one feud weekend where I was using Nikita for a lot of the stuff, and I shit you not, no matter who I ran up against, no matter what I did, they broke every single one of the fucking sub gems. And I just couldn't get the leech gem or the triple black to work at all. And then I tried triple green and I still couldn't get that fucker to work. Alright, there's no risk of a cascade here, so please don't cascade. That's all I ask. Don't cascade. Just please don't. Just please. Okay, thank you. Oh shit, and Roxanne. I forgot I have Roxanne too. I totally forgot I have Roxanne. Alright, cool. Well, that just made the feud on what is it, Sunday? Was it Sunday? Yeah, on Sunday. That makes that 1,000 times easier. I forgot I have Roxanne. Thank you, Andrew. You're a beautiful peach. I appreciate the fact that you reminded me I have Roxanne. I cannot believe I messed that up so bad that I forgot I had Roxanne. And she was one I was considering taking to 6-star gold, too. How the hell do I forget that? Roxanne. It's actually fun. I do have every single one of those cards. I just don't have the moment. And ironically, every single one aside from Wesley is up there in levels. That's funny. I don't know why I overclick. Roxanne. Now that song's stuck in my head. I'm okay with it. It's a great song. You don't have to sell your body to the night. Roxanne. You know, it took me into my adulthood to realize that song was about a hooker. What does that say about me as a person? I lived in a bubble. That's what it says about me as a person. I didn't know Z-Liv stole multiply gems. Alright, let's see how little of damage you do against a 6-star silver, bro. Probably going to be a significant amount. Boop. Boop. Dropped you on your head. Alright, let's do our 9 million damage. So that way we can go into turn 3. And then go into turn 4. Further wasting the timer. Boop, boop, boop. Yep, there's our 10 million damage. Kick out, because you need to. You should. Thank you. And then we go right back into the submission. Does anyone here remember the time where the meta was nothing but submission cards? I remember when Showboat Luger was the best card in the world to have because the submission was just absolutely atrociously strong. Oh, the 5-star gold days. Things used to be so much simpler. Now it's you have to have specific plates, you have to have specific belts, specific trainers. I miss the days where it was just submissions. There was no MP plates, there was nothing. It was basically just your belt and a hope and a dream. Wow, so many questions that I cannot answer. I probably could answer, I'm just not going to. Is Hornswoggle good or worth it to go to 6-star gold? I wish I could answer that one. It was the most boring meta. But at the same end of that stick, it was very, very straightforward. It was boring, but it was fun at the same time. Especially if you had Showboat Luger. If you had Showboat Luger, you just roughshotted everybody. It was turn 1 submission and done. I also remember a time where everybody was trying very hard to make the Hall of Fame Yoko work and a few others work. It was so much fun. By the way, hi Stride. Hope your day's going well. Oh, sweet. Phenomenal actually kept up with me this time. Oh, thank the Lord. I'm proud of you, Stride. Or Phenomenal. I don't know why I said, because I looked over there and saw Stride. I'm proud of you, Phenomenal. Normally you take longer than that. Where am I sitting now? I have on clip yet? Oh, I'm catching up to clip. All right, I got 1 hour left. I gotta overtake clip. I got to overtake the clipper. I'm fairly positive I started after he did. Just feuding, trying to pass some time. That's the same thing here, buddy. I got this one going on for the next hour, and then after this is done, go and do real life shit, and then tonight gonna stream the feud for tonight too. Which I should probably after we're done with this feud, I should probably set up my women. Now that I'm thinking about it. I just realized this person's name is Ginny Talia. That is the greatest name ever in freaking Champions. The effing show is pretty cool, but Jenny Talia. That is fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, so Maxine's going to be a given. What's going to be the boost? Blue, protect, reinforce, and green. So I can use Naya. That'll be good. I'm thinking probably for the female feud, I might go and just start swapping trainers around, or bouncing promoters. Is there any way this can go horribly wrong? Right there, that's how it can go horribly wrong. So we'll just, it can go horribly wrong in so many ways. Yeah, went horribly wrong, irregardless of what I did. Should have just stuck to the top row. Should have, but didn't. Now, if he gets his turn, he's going to pop those freaking blast gems and make me go into turn 3. If. Nope, not going to. We're good. Not letting me use a person in my lineup. Which, that's weird. Maybe force close out and start right back in. The game does seem to be glitching a lot lately. Alright, so for women, blue gem, so obviously Endy's going in. Maybe Tiffy. I really wish I had Showboat Cargo. I wish I had her. But Maxine will do just fine. Oh, that sucks. Game seems to be glitching quite a bit lately after these last couple of updates. Like, I did notice, I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but I realized it in the last, 5 minutes of the showdown. The trainers didn't work for the primary one, the one you had in the first slot. But the second slot, the medals were working. I don't know if anyone noticed that. And it could have just been a glitch on my end or something. But I do know that plates were triggered with the striker Zombie Bailey. The one I fought, she hit me for so much damage that it wasn't even funny. And I guarantee it's because trainers were working and plates were working. That's the only explanation I can give for it. Because I had everything stacked against her. And it just did not go well. Unless Z Bailey is absolutely just flat out broken strong, then that makes sense. But I still think there was something going on where the plates and the trainers were working for the second card, not for the first. All right, need you to work. You didn't. You whiffed. Every once in a while you whiff, and it just makes me very, very sad. I mean, that works, but still. All right, let's do this again. Do it right. Hellraiser. Can we end this now, please, Ozzy? The fact that we just messed up, or the fact that it did not work the last time, just makes me really sad. Blow up the board. Thank you. You could have at least triggered the plate. I mean, I understand whiffing on the trap gems, but you could have at least hit the plate. I think that's the give and take between having the Brutus Shears and the Royal Rumble plate on here versus the Aussie plate and the Royal Rumble. With the Aussie glasses, you're basically guaranteed for everything to go off once. I sometimes get Seamus to hit 80 million at silver this feud. Nice! That is fantastic. I think I am going to work Seamus up next. That way I can bounce between him, Taker, and potentially Ray. I don't know. I haven't quite figured out exactly how far into the well I want to go. Okay, so we've used Taker a couple of times. This is number 2 on using Taker. We haven't used Devon, which is now making me really reanalyze Devon. He's amazing. I absolutely love Devon, but for him to work as efficiently as he needs to, really, really, really needs to be against a Showboat. But we're going to try him either way against something else because I need the first time win bonus. And if he can knock something out, then he'll be universal. Blow up the board. Watch Bray go bye-bye. All right, let's try Devon against Shredder. See what comes of it. Worst case scenario, I know with Shredder, if it's the triple green, he's going to get locked into the generator. Showboat Kofi's not worth a damn, so I'm not going to worry about Showboat Kofi anymore. Oh, you're bronze. Okay. Let's try against Dom Dom here. Do I have what is needed to guarantee? Nope, I don't. So we're just going to risk it. Risk it for the biscuit. Let's see how much damage we can do. I think right now... Oh. Traps to 2065 feuds. Moment helps a lot. 125% over the bonus. And the enemy destroys the traps. You have to remember destroy 3 red gems and make 3 purple ones to activate the plates. Thanks to that, you can exchange the remaining subs for AI to destroy them, creating cascades. Interesting. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, Cubes. That made it seem overtly complex. I love the breakdown. I really do, especially on how to use her. But it does seem really, really complex. It seems complex, board dependent, and everything in between. You know what? 57 million is not bad. Okay, I can take that. I can do 57 million. That's fine. Almost 60 million without all of that. That's fine. I keep forgetting the plates are on him and stuff like that. That's good to know. At least I can use Devon against other things for right now. Warrior going to 6-star gold is going to be not really a game changer, but it's going to open up the acro doors a little bit. Who am I fighting right now? Oh, Shredder. And then Bradshaw with Bo makes him 1,000 times better. I really, really want to work Warrior. I'm hoping I can actually abuse him in Showdown a lot. Ooh, you went for the bleed setup. This is silly on Shredder. The bleed into the submission, it is silly. I fought it last night after I got off stream, and I actually made a mistake, and I had to back out. But I do kind of regret not getting the Shredder. Come on, please trigger. Oh, thank God it triggered the plate. We're good. We're fine. It's 6-star bronze, Jeff. Why are you that worried? Even if we didn't trigger the plate, he's still dead. That taker moveset is quite nice. I like it. I really do. Now, don't get me wrong. I wish I had the taker when the move damage setup for him was real and you can counter countdown gems. But there's so many people who don't run countdown gems now that having the one shot from the multiply, very, very helpful. And I think the moment also plays a role in it. Let's see here. What do you got? Okay. What are you facing over here? Okay. Give me a second. I've got to ask if they want to switch because I have a 6-star gold or 6-star bronze right here that they can easily go after, and they could win this easy enough with Rabbit and Seth, but I don't think that they're confident enough. I just don't want to use up the fodder if they want to switch. So I'm asking if they want to switch real quick. Because if not, I'm just going to jump him. I'll switch either. I'll switch with him regardless. Because that's a one shot. That's a one shot. I mean, one shot. They're 100% all day. I'm gonna give him till the end of the minute. If he's not ready by 18 minutes flat out, I'm just gonna jump. Just drop them both. See if he hit mine yet. If he didn't hit mine after I'm done with the two, then I'll just finish it all off. Give him 40 seconds. It's not really hurting me to wait. It's just kind of out of respect that I'm asking. Out of respect for a teammate and stuff like that, try and keep that communication open to where they're like, okay, well, at least he asked, you know. He spoke up, but we've been sitting here for 2 minutes now. So, give it 15 more seconds. If he doesn't lock in the line, I'm just going to jump. However, this minute did feel like 10. I will say that. And 3, 2, 1. Didn't. Taken. Took too long, man. That's just kind of how I see it, is you took too long. 2 minutes, irregardless of what's happening. If you're switching out trainers and stuff like that, that should have been done before you hopped in. Or if I was taking my sweet time and you were down to like 1 or 2 people and I still had 5 left, then dick around with your trainers. But when I'm ahead of you, I try, dude. I'm trying very hard to be a little bit more reasonable and a lot less angry and stuff like that. I'm doing my absolute best, trying to change my ways as much as possible. But I still have those moments where I'm just like, I want to take your head and just beat it real quick and maybe knock some sense into you. But everyone saw this. It was on stream. I haven't recorded that. I asked and I waited 2 minutes. I gave him his window. I asked if he wanted to switch. He didn't respond. I didn't see nothing. I gave the 2 minutes. I did everything I was supposed to do. I'm just not going to sit here and wait until the 15-minute mark. Because one, that's wasting my time. And two, there is 45 minutes left in this fight. And I'm not going to just sit around and wait. Because now what it looks like is he actually, or what he did was he looked at it, went nah, and backed out. But he also could have personal life got in the way too. He could have been like, oh, okay, I got through it. Brian's through what he needs to get through, so I just got to back out without saying anything, and he'll pick up what I'm laying down. That could be the other reasoning too. But like I said, once I'm done with Hogan, if the fodder is still standing there and he has not engaged yet, I'm just going to jump into it, kill it off, and finish this. So that way I can go into another one. I really want to beat Clip. Beating Clip is the main priority right now for the next 45 minutes. Because I know for a fact I beat him last night. I know that for a fact. And basically, we're in a thing right now where he is trying to indicate to me that his low level speed runs will actually promote more points than my high level runs. And I want to just catch up with him and then blow past him with what I've got. All right. You did not engage. Cool. So I'm going to take it. Thank you. Use Gunther. Get that first time win. And go from there. Yeah, and he still hasn't responded. So I hope everything's okay on his side. Let me put it that way. I hope everything's okay on his side, and I hope personal life is doing okay. That maybe he just got distracted with something in front of him, and it's nothing crucial. And boom, goes the dynamite. And now you're done. Cool, ended. Granted, took 15 and a half minutes, but that we also waited and took on 2 additional opponents. Or took on 2 additional cards, I should say. And we're out. Beautiful. I will take that all day. Could have put the promoter on him, but there's no point. All right, let's see where we're sitting. Got to do a quick check. See where Clippy is. See where I'm at. Bypass the Clipper. All right, now let's see if we can catch up to Hoops. I'm just going to jump in with whoever's here. I don't care anymore. There's 42 minutes left. I need to do as many fights as possible. Need to try. Which really, this is not bad for coming in an hour and 15 minutes into the feud. Oh, this sucks. Oh my god, it's all just silvers. Alright, this is a low deal, but everything can handle everything across the board. Just go with our class advantages, get our first time wins, and then just sweep. I am loving Bradshaw right now. I think Bradshaw is actually doing a lot better than Rabbit. I think Bradshaw and Ozzy are doing better than Howdy and Rabbit right now. Which is never a bad thing. That means multiple mains. That means multiple outs. And that is always good to have, especially when you're going into feud lineups. Having multiple outs is just key. So, like, if Miz continued to cascade over and over and over again, and I wasn't finding any luck with him, I could switch over to Punk, not feel a difference in speed or power, just ultimately still one-shotting. I cannot wait to take up Seth and Warrior, so that way I can bounce with Devon, see which one's doing better that feud. Warrior, I'm super excited for, because I put the anniversary plate on him. That why after Brawl show that I put in Rabbit, but I'd Striker Seth in. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the new glitch. That was happening with me with Showdown quite a bit. Was I had Z Gunther in there with Zombie Becky, and then I rotated off Gunther to put in Steamboat. And I did everything right. I know I did. And I hit set or I hit confirm and everything and then went into a fight and I still had C. Gunther in the way. It's a new glitch that's just not reading. It's not registering that you're actually making changes. So I hope that's something that they'll fix quickly. But I don't have the collateral or the dev eyes on my channel right now. So hopefully, what's his name? Zorro or Merrick's or any of them have said something in their streams or on their videos that the developers see it and go, oh, okay, we have a glitch problem. And they fix that. For all their downfalls and stuff like that in games, GoPlay actually does do very, very well on response time for glitches. So, at least in my opinion. All right, let's see. Have you engaged yet? Okay, Hardy, what do you got? One shot, one shot, one shot, one shot, one shot. Okay, beautiful. What's your lineup against? Easy peasy lemon parcheesi. You are just in the best boat as I am. Okay. Cool. I'm hoping I can get at least 2 more fights out of this. I just have to bypass clip and stay ahead of clip. That's all that matters. The funny thing is, if he was actually here for it, that'd be fun. All right, let's do this. Go here, 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 here. Go. Make sure to hit that loot gem because loot gems are beneficial. Max it out. Oh, there we go. Pop that back. I messed up. I don't have another drink. No. I can wait. Yeah, I think I'm going to start going through and seeing what other choices I've got too. I should have probably tried to use Bam Bam during this feud. Just to give him, or just to see how well he did, but I didn't. I could have used him last night, but I was so interested in using Rabbit, I didn't even think about it. But I think Bam Bam at 6-star gold with the multiplied gems and everything else, I think is actually beneficial. I just got to work with him and see if he's worth the investment. Yeah, the whole setup of the core plus a video sent to Discord. Appreciate you, buddy. Yay, buddy. Love you, Andrew. Thanks, buddy. You're such a good friend, Cubes. I think that needs to be stated. You're a really good friend. Like, I'm not back at the level of bourbon that I was beforehand, and I'm sure you, Weezer, and JP are putting my numbers to shame, but I'm having a lot of fun again. I have no idea who I've used and who I haven't. I'm just going to start using people. But I'm actually having fun with champions, and it makes me happy. There's going to be a problem here. So let's go across this. Nope, there's going to be a problem right there, too. Oh, well, let's risk it. I mean, worst case scenario, he gets to go off and he takes a good chunk of my health. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, this doesn't cascade. I don't have problems. And there's the best case scenario. Miz, everybody. Doing his job the way he needs to. Boom. All set. All done. See you later, buddy. I think Warrior is going to be really good, too. I really do. With the anniversary plate. That's all I have on him, is just the anniversary plate. It's a 60% gem damage increase. I can put the plate on him. I can have that plate trigger at least 2 times, maybe not, or maybe if not even 3 times during a first initiation on it. And it's really only the 2 moves. So I think Warrior is going to absolutely wreck. I have a feeling it's going to be a good time. I really do have a feeling. And I've lost track of who I've used and who I haven't already. And that's the reason why the checkbox would be nice. If I could just have an indication of who I've used for first time wins, feuds would go a whole hell of a lot smoother. Because I do find myself every once in a while having to take 30 seconds out, look at the previous lineup, and see who I fought. That's another reason for class advantage, in my opinion, too, is if you go pure class advantage, you can easily draw a line to each one that you fought because you went with class advantage. Now, whether the 25% or whether the class advantage actually played a role in percentile of gem damage increase, that's currently up for debate. But I do notice that if I take in, like Devon against... Now, Devon's a poor choice. If I take Punk in or Miz in against something that's not a powerhouse, I do see the difference. Alright. Nope. Did not mean to do that. Okay. I think I've used everybody. Except for Acro Dom, and I'm not using Acro Dom. He's just there for the line bonus. Do I want to use Endy this feud? I think I'm going to use Endy this feud. I think I'm going to use Endy, Chelsea. I might use Coda. Go to the lowdown. Let's just double check. Yeah, it's female feud. Blue, green, protect, and reinforce. So, Indy should do halfway decent because of the blue. Nia will do well because of the blue. Maxine's going to kill because Maxine kills everything. And I think she's blue too. So there's those 3. Might use Coda because of the drip plate. And then most likely Charlotte. It's probably going to be the same ones. It's going to be my normal go-to 5. 3 putting up to fight in the women's division. The 5. I think it's going to be Nia, Striker Nia, Tech Charlotte, Maxine, Indy, Coda, I think. I think that's the route I want to go. It's usually the same 5 for feuds. 99% of the time I use the same 5. But, like, if it's a female feud, regular female feud where you have all those different eras and shit like that you have to use, I'll throw in like Sherry and stuff like that. I trust Hardy King to drop the last one. He didn't have any issues. So yeah, for women, it's definitely gonna be Nia, Maxine, Coda, Tech Charlotte, and then Endy. Yeah. That'll be it. And then for the second feud, it'll be Roxanne. Can I take you up? Oh, I could. I could. It'd be a waste. It would be a waste to take her up. But I haven't used her very much, and I think it'd be very beneficial if I actually tried to use her. Yeah. I think I'm going to tinker around with Roxanne. I might go and take her up. Just for funsies. Just take her up just for funsies. I don't know. Or I might wait. I think I'm going to wait, actually, to take her up, because that guarantees that for the next feud prep week, I can do Acro Warrior, Acro Seth, or Sammy, depending on which one I like the most. And then Roxanne. That'll give me 3 6-star golds that are evolving, so that should give me plenty of milestones hit. Should. People are speeding up today, and I appreciate that. All right, let's see here. Who do I want to kill with who with what? Okay. Okay, I've got my breakdown. Easy enough. I want that Dexter so bad. I can't believe I beat myself up on a regular basis that I don't have this Dexter. That Dexter is just so freaking cool. I miss them being on TV. I really, really want to see them back on TV. But Bo needs to be cleared first. Once Bo is cleared, then we're going to go in. I guarantee you, once Bo is cleared for performing again and being in that ring, I guarantee you the Wyatt Six are just going to be absolute destruction incarnate. With Alexa and Bo in the lead, you know, Alexa teaming up with Nikki again, with Rowan and Joe Gacy and Dexter and Bo. It's just so good. There's so much good that comes from the Wyatt Six. There is, and I just want to see them again. I miss their presence. 100% I miss their presence. You can tell the difference right now without them being around, and I just want to see them again. I just don't know who they'd go after. That's the only problem. Is there's really no good targets for them anymore. I think the only real target would be Karrion Kross. And I'm curious to see where Karrion's going. Because Karrion's story is a long storyline. It is long term. They're doing with Karrion what they were doing with Bray and the Fiend. Which is just planting all of those little hints here or there. That every person he comes in contact with changes in some way, shape, or form. I'm just excited to see it. Wrestling is just fun now. It is so good. Oh, seriously? That's awesome. Since he got cleared then that means that Alexa is going to have a better presence on TV again here soon. They're probably waiting until after WrestleMania because there's so many things on the fryer right now. But once the Wyatt Six comes back with Alexa, it's going to be so good. Alexa going after Charlotte for the title, Nikki being Abigail alongside her. Hopefully seeing Dexter and Eric or Dexter and Joe going for the tag titles, and then see Bo going for the world title. Bo needs to hold the world title. In my opinion, Bo needs the title for a little while. Really make the Wyatt Six just the absolute destruction that they are. Be a better Ministry of Darkness. But can you have a better Ministry of Darkness? I mean, Taker was absolutely phenomenal on that time, too. There's just so much good in wrestling right now, and I'm so excited every single week for what's happening. We had such a bad period of time where everything just felt stale and overdone and overused. And now we're in a great position now where everything just sounds so interesting all the time. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just interesting. Oh, they come back after Mania. I miss the storyline. I do. I'm right there with you, Stride. I really am. I miss their presence. I miss everything. I don't know about y'all, but when Bo fought Chad Gable for the first time on TV and hit the Sister Abigail, I got goosebumps and I teared up a little bit because I miss Bray. I miss Bray every single day. I really wish that he was still around. Everyone gives a little bit of negative feedback for the blackout match that he had with LA Knight, but I still thought that was the sickest thing in the world. What they did with his face paint, what they did with everything. It hit it hit every high note it possibly could hit. I could glaze them all day long. They're just that damn good. But then again, I've also been a fan of every single one of the characters anyways for the longest time. I loved Eric when it was the Wyatts. I liked Joe Gacy in NXT. Dexter with his freaking serial killer eyes. Nikki really only had that one bad run as superhero Nikki, and Nikki ASH I don't think was that great. But Nikki in and of herself was really good. Bo had his highs and he had his lows, but he was still worthwhile to watch. Like, they all are credible. Every single one. There's not a single one that you can look at and go, I don't believe you can hold the title. Every single one can hold the title and still be just fucking amazing. But again, this is my opinion, and other people who are more in tune with the business and everything else may say otherwise. But from my eyes, as a fan and everything, I just see them just being amazing. So, there we go. Good boy, Miz. Miz is showing up today, guys. There has been very, very little cascades, and he recovers perfectly fine from even those cascades. He is just so good. I cannot believe I slept on this for so long. I actually took him 6-star gold just for funsies. It wasn't because I planned on using him or anything like that. It was funsies. But the fact that he's this dominant, I don't regret. No regrets. All right. We're going to have plenty of time here. We're going to get in one more fight at least. Because he's almost done. I'm almost done. I think I've used everybody at this point now, so it's just recycling through. Going for speed now. Like, I'm waiting to see Carrion. I know Carrion's on the sidelines right now for some stupid reason. I mean, AOP got fucking fired again. I think this is the third time AOP has been fired from WWE, so I don't see them ever coming back again. They were I don't know if it was or in the deal that they were misused or anything like that, which I don't think they were ever misused. I just think it's the language barrier, the fact that they can't cut promos, and they do look stiff in the ring a lot more. They look stiffer than every person they fight. Granted, their power is undeniable. Their presence is foreboding. Like, they have most of the puzzle. They just don't have all the puzzle. So if you don't have all the puzzle, there's no point in using you. Like, with the bar being set so high in wrestling right now, there's really no reason to use anybody who's not at their full potential. Oh, please, phone call. Okay, well, I'm going to be done with my stream here in 15 minutes. I can come get him. All right, I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye. Okay. Kiddo wants to come home. Okay. Well, I'll go and get him here in a minute. I'm in the middle of a stream and having fun. Guys, I say this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all so much for showing up to these streams. I'm not done yet. I'm still going for at least the remainder of the feud time. So there's still at least 20 minutes, at minimum 20 minutes. But having you guys show up to the stream and just bullshit with me while I'm feuding and stuff, you all really turned my mood around today. And I cannot thank you enough for that. in the mental state I've been in for the last I don't know how many years, being able to get on and do a stream and have even just a few of you show up, even a few is better than nothing at all. And being able to talk with people and just bullshit and kind of take myself out of the negative headspace for a little while is invaluable. So thank you guys so much. You don't know, you have no idea how much your support means to me. And I'm not going to go any deeper than that because I might wind up breaking. Can't have that on stream. So I am thinking of moving over to Twitch though, for live streams. I think I'm going to be doing Twitch and YouTube. If I can figure out how to do both services at the same time. I know there's a way to do that on Streamlabs, so I'm going to figure that out sometime this week. But I think what I'm going to do is start streaming on Twitch and on YouTube so I can get partnership on both. I think for Twitch, I got a live stream, I think like every single day or something for a while to be able to get partnered with them and everything. But I think I'm going to move down that route. Do two different or do the same stream on two different platforms. See if maybe something can come of that. What do y'all think? You think that's a good idea? Would you prefer me to stay on YouTube or move over to Twitch or both? Because there are going to be days where I'm not playing Champions and I'm playing something else. Most likely Arcane Rush. Would you just die already? I should switch Gunther off for Steamboat. That's what I should have done. I should have used Steamboat instead of this. Steamboat at least hits for 30 million. Oh, Steamboat with the freaking Royal Rumble plate. Ooh. Ooh, that might actually be good. Steamboat with Royal Rumble plate might actually add about 10 million worth of damage. Potentially. Do I have enough time? I might have enough time to switch him over. I'm going to try that. I think the only reason I was leaning towards Gunther was the simple fact of I have plates on him. So that's why I wanted to try him. I got plenty of time here. I got 18 minutes left. Steamboat. Do I have any? Oh, yeah, that's right. The belt. Yeah, just take that. I can't put the Rumble plate on him, but I do know he slaps harder than Gunther. Come on. All right, what was I using here? Shamus. Okay, cool. Nothing's getting taken off anybody that's not being used right now. All right. Got 17 minutes left. Let's see where we go. Oh, do I have enough time to check? Enough time? Oh! That's right. I started an hour and 15 minutes late, and I'm in first place. In the faction. I'm okay with it. Bourbon's doing a whole hell of a lot better than me. I know this. I know the top person in Bourbon's at least 20 million, if not 30. But, damn, I bypassed everything. I don't understand about the Wyatt 6. Even when Bo was injured, they could at least video package, QR codes, whatever. They could have. They really could have. But I think the main reason why they got sidelined big time once Bo got injured was because technically Bo is the end all be all of it. And I think he was out with or didn't he have surgery or something? Like something bad actually took him out where he couldn't do too much. So I don't know. I think they also hit a gray area too with the Wyatt 6 because of the fact they were going after a faction that ultimately fell apart. Because the last time the Wyatt 6 was being used was against Carrion, AOP, or the Final Testament. First QR code almost a year before their debut. Oh, that's true. But I mean, the story they were in was with Carrion and the AOP and Scarlet, but AOP got fired. So technically, you really can't have the Wyatt Six go after one person, technically two being Scarlet. You can't have them go after two people. It's 5 against 2. It makes absolutely no sense. And that would lead for Carrion to have to use The Miz, and The Miz really is not must-see TV anymore. He is good when he comes in and does his interviews and stuff like that for The Miz TV, but he's not a high-class player anymore. He hasn't been for a while. So it would make no sense to bring him in. And I think there's just too many balls. I think once AOP got fired, there was too many balls in the air. Yeah. So, I mean, it really makes absolutely no sense for them. So having that time off, I really think what they were doing was they were going into the garage and coming up with new creative ideas. I think this is a blessing. To be rightfully honest, I think them being off TV right now is a blessing. They can take the time. This is going to cascade. Oh, it didn't cascade. Oh, it did. Fuck. It just happened to have that blue line up right there. This time right now, I think it gave them the time to where they can go in, come up with something creative, have a little bit of fun moving forward, and really set the tone for what's to come. So, I mean, they've had plenty of time for them to come up with something interesting, but really they were still catching they're still getting their water wings, as it were, in the beginning there. They were still trying to figure out where they wanted to be at, how they wanted to establish it, because you got I attribute it to this. Is when the Wyatt Six dropped, you still had Bloodline interference. You had a lot of superstar factions that were getting involved in shit they did not need to get involved with. They were doing a lot of things there were so many run-ins that having the Wyatt Six on top of that, doing more run-ins and stuff, it was just going to get stale too quick. Now that we have had our time where we are not seeing them run in, we're not hearing the nails on a chalkboard all the time. Once that comes back, the pop is going to be huge. Everyone's going to be so excited. And when they start doing their run-ins and start doing the interferences like they're supposed to, because that's kind of their whole shtick, I think it's just going to make it a whole hell of a lot better. This was definitely a blessing in disguise for them. I know that if they're anything like they have been, they're itching to get back in the ring. They're itching to put on a show. So that ultimately tells me that upon their return, they're going to make banger after banger after banger for a while. Quit it! Like, seriously, bro. This is the last 12 minutes of this, and you're wasting time. Come on, man. This is not rocket science. We would have already been done and over with this with Punk right now. You're making me look bad, Miz. It's because I talk shit. That's the reason why. It's because I talk shit on the Miz. But once the Wyatt Six comes back, after Roman and Punk and Seth do their thing, I think they're going to come up with something sick. I really, really, really hope that they don't go after... I hope they don't continue with what they were doing. Let's put it that way. You know, going after the Miz and people who have hurt their families and stuff like that, I think had a good little taste to it, but wasn't really good. But I think once the Wyatt Six comes back, Carrion's going to be lifted, and there's just going to be a lot of dark... There's going to be a lot of dark segments. And it's going to be absolutely beautiful to watch. My humble opinion, obviously. But, like I said before, WWE has so much good going on right now that even missing out on a few things isn't hurting the product. They have so many top-tier cards. Like, they keep saying every PLE that the PLE is just stacked, and it's only continuing to be stacked over and over and over again. They are forming their superstars the way they need to form their superstars. They're molding them properly. They're doing everything right now. And I will give I give my flowers to, Cody for turning around the business, making what it is now. But I also say that Paul Levesque,
is by far the greatest thing that ever happened to the WWE. Not just in the ring as the cerebral assassin, but outside of the ring with the way he talks with talent, the way that he helps with, or that way that he does creative. The fact that everyone, any interview that you state right now is the locker room is a night and day compared to what it used to be. Everyone's enthusiastic to be at work. Everyone is excited to do their job. Everyone's excited with their storylines. You know, like I go with Jade Cargill and what's her face right now? Naomi. Jade against Naomi right now, really, really good. Bianca with Io and Rhea. I can kind of take it or leave it. They're kind of doing a swerve thing with it, in my opinion. They're making us look one way when something else is big is about to happen, and I think that's kind of what I'm getting a little antsy about. Is I just want to see where it's going. It's making no sense to me right now, but Jade absolutely destroying Naomi in that chamber was one of the highlights for Elimination Chamber in my eyes. So I can't wait to see what they do with Jade. I hope beyond hope that they do Bianca winning the title and Jade and Bianca going at it. That'll be a good fight. Very solid fight. Jade has had time to get her legs underneath her in the WWE and be solid. She can sell. She can wrestle. She has great mic skills. Like she is across the board a lot better choice than a lot, in my humbled opinion. But I also attribute that to the fact that when she came back and destroyed Naomi in the ring, not in Elimination Chamber, but I believe it was on SmackDown. When she came back, she beat up Naomi in freaking elevator shoes or stilettos or whatever the fuck you want to call those. Platform shoes, whatever they are. Those thick shoes. She destroyed her wearing those boots. I mean, come on. I know the men have one leg up on their absolute destruction, but there's not a single man in history that could do what she did. In those boots, at least. Now, without those boots, okay. But everything's just so good now. I wish that they had dropped I wish Lyra had dropped the title to Dakota Kai though. That is one very small thing about the product right now that I wish had happened was Lyra dropping the belt to Coda. Because I think Lyra is she's great as the interim Intercontinental Champion. By all means, she deserved that. But Coda has been around for so long that Coda really deserved to have that title for a little bit. At least give her just a little bit with it. Like, even if it is only for like a month, give her the title for a month. Because Dakota, even though I love seeing Dakota in the ring, I think she's got great skills. I've thought that since the Mae Young Classic. I saw her being a giant star in the WWE even at that time. But the fact that she's only, I think she's only won the tag title champion. I don't think she's won she hasn't won any big title in WWE yet. And at least on the main roster. And I think she needs it. In my opinion, she needs it. Because she is mid-card. I don't see her being, top tier, like main event and stuff like that. But she is great on the mid-card. She does great selling. She fought with her back being jacked completely up. She's come back from injury more often than not. And that could also be the reason why she doesn't have the title, is because she is prone to injury. Could be. Possibly. Who's to say? And this is going to be the final fight. All right. Let's throw down with the face down. I didn't even get to use Steamboat. I didn't even use Steamboat. Oh, well. Steamboat wouldn't drop a 6-star gold. 30 to 40 million is his cap. He's old enough. All right, we'll go there. It's been a very good stream. I'm very happy I'm doing these now. I can't believe I put this off for so long. But we don't look at what could have been, we look at what could be. And what could be is this could be the first steps towards just an amazing channel with an amazing community. I see it going that route. I have such high hopes for this. And you're done, son. Bow down to the Prince of Darkness. All right. Now there's not going to be enough time for another one. Maybe I might get into fights, but I highly doubt that. Unless he's done with his, or almost done. Nah, he's still got 2 left. He might, but it's not going to be enough time. Where am I sitting? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I started an hour and 15 minutes late. Had I been going the whole time, I'd be at 20 million right now. No doubt about that. That was a fantastic showing. Very, very pleased. That sucks. Could have been a better moment. But I'm really not upset where I'm sitting on the war score right now. Considering I've only used 2 chases, I'm already at... Where am I sitting right now? 107 million right now for this? Like, that's not bad at all. 5 milestones remaining. With the 4 chases I have left, I'll probably get to the 200 mil. At least get to this. Hopefully. If I can just hit the 150 and the 200, I'll be okay. If I can get to 250, I'd be a whole hell of a lot better. Because that's going to be nice to have. I already have 1. I need another one. But these might help somewhere. Who's to say? Who's to say? But hopefully getting to 200 million by the end here. 300 million would be nice, but it's not in the cards. I don't have enough chases for it. No, we are so low. I'm so low on this. Who's number 1 right now? One True King and Woken. Anybody else? It's full of Woken. Woken is just destroying this. Hey, Stride. That's amazing, buddy. Dude, rank 25 right now. Come on. That is awesome. That is so sick, bro. I'm seeing if there's anybody. JP is 44 right now. That's fantastic. I don't know if you noticed, but I had to do a double take on make sure that was you. You're freaking killing it, dude. Absolutely. I am so proud of you. You're in my stream right now. I consider you a friend. Buddy, that's just awesome. Woken has got to be such a fun faction to feud with. I've never had the credentials to be able to go into Woken. But damn, you're just absolutely killing it. Are all of your guys... So this is actually a perfect time to ask this because I've always been curious. In Woken, for feuds, do you guys have pairings or are all of you required to only feud for a certain amount of time? Like, are there rules and shit like that for your feuding? I know you have to have promoters. I know that they look at your promoters. I don't have any of you, so I'm okay not even worrying about that. 572, not bad. Cool, at least I get something. Like, I've always been curious. It is most relaxed faction I've been into. Seriously? Huh. So does everybody feud like super fast, or do you have like really slow feuders? Oh, that's fantastic. That's got to be so. That's what's got to make it the most chill, fat or relaxed fashion because everyone knows what they're doing. Oh, of course, man. I think we're in the same thing. All right. The only way I know that you're watching me is because you're in something that we share. Are we in the same group somewhere? What the heck, Red Bull? You just stopped? I wish I'd known that. I could have dropped those quickly within the seconds left, but there is only 13 seconds left. I have 1.25 speed, and I finish an opponent in around 8 to 9 minutes. Awesome! So I am actually kind of keeping pace a little bit with you guys. That's fantastic to know. This is not a big flex, but come on. I started an hour and 15 minutes late, and I still hit that. I'm okay with this. I am perfectly okay with this. And I'm leaving this here for a second because I'm going to keep it on the stream. I beat Clip, and he was ahead of me. Fuck out of here. But yeah, let's see here. Are you in any of the same groups I'm in right now? Nope. Are you in here? Thanks, buddy. It's not the best. Oh, you'll get there. There's still 2 feuds left, buddy. You're still fine. Stride, I don't think we're in the same group chats or anything like that. I'm trying to see if we're in. Nope, we're not in the same group chat. I'm curious as to how you found me. I'm in DJs and champion chat server. I'm not in either one of those. Now I'm more curious as to how you found my or how you found my stream. All right, now I gotta figure out how to search for people in Discord. I don't use Discord enough. Just searching that chat. Yeah, that's just searching that. I don't know how to use Discord. I don't even know what my full name is on here. YouTube front. I was on the fucking front page? No. I was actually recommended. That is freaking awesome. Dope. I don't know what that means, but hey, if I popped up as a suggestion, that's fucking fantastic. That means I'm in the algorithm now. Holy crap, so many people were talking in one of the chats last night. Or today. What the fuck? Okay, this is where I try one more time to enter the brain of Linky. The last 2 feuds. My small lineup runs at 4 6-star gold. Finished in a max of 7 minutes, pulling no less than 800,000 points. I ran at least 3 with you in second feud. You ran 7 superstars, finished in around 11 minutes, and scored on average 1.3 million. The numbers just about lined up perfectly. So the smaller lineup can run 1.5 feuds on 11 minutes, still the same points, but with less possible negatives. Anyone joining you with the same size roster will either A, slow you down, or B, lose points by going fast and not using multiple superstars, or C, die at least once to higher level tier 6 medals. Tricky. End result, both lineups can and do work, but both require running with an equal-minded feuding partner for maximum output. I'll agree. I'll agree with that. Higher lineups equal more risk for the same reward. I mean, you can try. I took screenshots to ensure time and points were accurate over more than one feud sample size too. I used a calculator. Okay, so basically what we have attributed down, because this is relevant on stream. So basically, let me break this down for you guys real fast. So how Clip looked at this was he ran a small lineup of four stars at 6-star gold. And he used his promoters, obviously. But he sat a little bit lower than me on averaging out on points, roughly 500,000 points. In my eyes, the way I am seeing this breakdown is I was behind him when I started fighting, when I started my feuding. I kept with the same number of cards the entire time, which is my normal, which is my 7. I stuck with that. It was the simple fact that I kept getting 300 and 400k more points after 3 additional minutes, roughly. Let's say 3 additional minutes boosted me probably about anywhere between 100 to 300,000 extra points. That was me with running my promoters, doing my first time wins, yada, yada, yada. The way he's stipulating it is it depends on who you're paired with, who gets screwed. So if you're running, say, a 250k lineup and the person you're paired with is running within, let's say, 20k of a power difference, the person who is lower is going to face opponents who have a lower deal, like more 6-star silvers than 6-star gold. The way I'm stipulating this is the higher lineup you have. So if you stick with around 250k lineup and you pair with someone who is, say, 150 to 200k lineup, your lineup is going to hit most likely anywhere between 5 to 8 6-star golds. Those 5 to 8 6-star golds, irregardless of the fact that you have to use multiple cards 2 or 3 times, you are still going to gain up far more points in that 10 minutes than you would using four cards at 6-star gold and lowering your roster size. Essentially, in my eyes, lowering the roster size down to 6-star golds, only 4 6-star golds, ultimately all you're doing is pissing off your opponent. Because not everybody that you fight is going to have 6-star golds. Not everyone you fight is going to run that route. A lot of people are still in the same mindset that it used to be years ago, which is if you run super low and you have 2 sweepers, you'll still gain a lot of points because you're getting easier opponents. But what my stipulation is the 6-star golds offer far more points irregardless of first time win. You can still stay above 110,000 points per win if you maintain 4 to 5 6-star golds against those 6 or 7 6-star golds. I still think you get more points and you go faster if your roster is higher. If your roster sits anywhere, or your lineup sits in between 210 to 300,000, and you are fast and you have turn 1 wins left, right, and center, I still stipulate that is the best way to run, because even at 10 minutes is still a great amount of time. 4 to 5 minutes would be fine if there wasn't first time wins and there wasn't promoters and stuff like that. If it was a set point, if there was set points for each win, so if you used 1 card 7 times, you still get the same amount of points each time, I would totally agree that running only 4 would be fine. Because then you just blast through real quick, you go 4 or 5 to 6 minutes, and then you just keep going and going and going. But with the way things are now, with the first time wins, with 6-star golds being a different win amount versus 6-star silvers and below, yada, 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 and the fact that the points drop, you essentially want to fight as many 6-star golds as humanly possible at all times. Now, I'm not 100% sure if everyone's going to agree with me on this one, but in my eyes, that is the way to get the most bang for your buck in the most time that you have. So, like I said, I started an hour and 15 minutes behind everybody else. I gave myself a handicap because I wanted to see how fast I could go, and I still wound up 3 million points higher. So, This is just the way I'm thinking. And I'm giving it out to you guys right now because there's enough of us here. We can kind of talk about this for half a second, even though I do got to get my kiddo. I'm asking if he started late. If he started late or didn't run the entire feud, then that also begs the question of where would he have sat if he had gone through. Like, this is just where my thought is. Again, I could be mistaken here, and I could just be off kilter and still back into the old vet mindset. Yeah, I have every single one of you. All day. I could still be in the same old vet mindset, which is bigger is better. I could still be there. That makes absolute perfect sense. But, yeah. You all tell me. You all tell me what you think. If you want to. My personal opinion, my logic is unflawed. To rewrite the equations, numbers don't lie, people do. Multiple times until they find numbers to back up their storyline. Back to my correct numbers. Both ways of running on the surface equally as good. Running heavy requires the best with the best setups, more likely in bourbon. Running intentionally weaker avoids pitfalls and scores just as well, though. Both require running with someone of the same mindset, aka a feuding partner, for optimal output, and both finishing in the approximate same time to optimize minutes. Fair. I completely agree. Rum is weak, but several in Rum still run high for no reason, or lower, but are still overwhelmingly slow. And the 7-minute versus 11-minute feuds does not calculate the time of ending a feud and getting back into another with the same partner. Waiting for Q. Yeah, okay. You're only as good as your partner. Exactly. Okay, so that breakdown is perfect. You are only as good as your partner. So you're only as strong as your weakest link. So ultimately, it does not matter the size. It would be highly ideal if everyone ran a lot higher and ran at the same speed. Like Woken, for instance. Stride made this absolutely abundantly clear. Everyone in Woken, every single member knows how to play. They know their cards. They have the fast runs. Obviously, a majority, if not everybody, still has the best cards, has the best plates, has the best setups, stuff like that. But everyone is running with the same mindset. It has to be done within 10 minutes. If you're going 6 to 7 minutes, fantastic. If you're going 10 minutes, great. 15 minutes, a little bit too long. So if everybody is running on the same page, every single member of the faction is running on the same exact page, which is speed, getting shit done immediately, communicating, stuff like that, you're going to have a much higher showing, for sure. So yeah, that's really where it comes out at. It comes out at your comfortability. It comes out to what you know about your setups. So like last night when I was running the new setups and not knowing what I was doing, I shouldn't have done that if I wanted to go with speed, but I also needed to know. So like last night, ran Miz for the first time. Now I know what he does. Now I'm comfortable with him. Same thing with Trick Xavier. Ran him last night, wasn't comfortable with him. Took me 2 fights, got comfortable. So it's knowing what your cards can do, knowing what you can do, who's the good matchups and who's not. The only real problem is going to come in is memorizing who can counter who, with the reversals being what they are. Because we do have those gem buff reversals now. We have the multiply gem reversals now. Like, there's so much intricate complexity within this game that ultimately, at the end of the day, if you don't know a majority of what you're looking at and what you're fighting, you're going to be slow. And feuds come down to speed. Feuds come down to speed all day. So yeah, with that said, I've gone over my time. I hope you guys enjoyed the final moments of the stream being a TED Talk. I will be back tonight for the women's feud. And yeah, I'm gonna hope the women's feud goes smoothly. In my eyes, the way I'm looking at this, with the requirements being Raw, is it Raw? Yeah, any Raw or Maxine Showboat, I shouldn't have to change my lineup at all for any sort of reasoning. I really think it is going to be. This is kind of a spoiler alert, but it's not a spoiler alert. It's a prediction. I'm gonna do very fucking well. So it'll be Maxine, Nia, Charlotte, I'm trying to think this through to make sure I'm absolutely correct here. Probably Coda, most likely Coda because of drip plate. And then for Acro, it'll either be Indy or Tiffy. Most likely it's going to be Indy. Every single one should one shot and be completely done. Because we have multiplied gems on Indy and Naya. So those two. Technically multiplied gems for Coda. But that's okay. Like the drip plate, I really don't think Tiffy triggers off the drip plate, but I don't ever want to test that. So for Tiffy, I'll have Charlotte. So that's good. And then none of them buff up, so we're good there. Oh, no. Maxine buffs up, so I gotta make sure that I don't think there's any female that counter that. Have a good day, Stride. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be Naya, Charlotte, Coda, Maxine, and Indy. So spoiler alert. But I will hopefully see you guys tonight. Another feud tonight, and then maybe in the morning as well. So love you all. I will leave you the same way I always do because this is new to me. I don't normally